Hey everyone, I thought I'd answer some questions tonight, and Danny made a really lovely comment on one of my posts, and it said about, because Danny's been in hospital, she was in for a few months, and she's been out, and then she's back in again with sepsis. Send all your love to Danny, she's amazing, really one of my close friends. Saying about how Tom, her husband, has gone back up north for his brother's wedding, or I think suit fitting, and you know, he's seeing his parents and brother and everything. She should be there, and he didn't want to go, you know, but she said no, go. And I get that. I know that feeling when you're gutted because you want to go, but you have to let them go because they can't spend their whole life sat beside you. They need to live their life. Life goes on. It's like watching out the window. Yeah, I wish life would just stop with me and then carry on when I get out, but it doesn't. Even when you're at home and having a bad day, life has to carry on. And it's really hard, that. Really tough because you're kind of like, no, life, you should wait for me. But the problem is, it's not a broken leg that's going to get better in 6 weeks and then you'll be all fine for the next 50 years. It's just, you find out when you become disabled or chronically ill, seriously ill, long term, that you see who your true friends are, who your true family is, who is truly there for you. Because it's great being there in the critical times or in the really happy times, but it's being there throughout the ups and downs, the bumps in the road. And your circle may get smaller, but you find out who your true people really are. And with regards to husbands, partners, girlfriends, boyfriends, carrying on living their life, they have to, and it hurts. And I know it hurts Danny too, and it hurts me, like seeing Elliot on our holiday was meant to be, and Danny should be out with Tom up north celebrating right now too, but she can't be. And it's tough. I think people forget it's tough on both people in the relationship. If you're in a relationship and are chronically ill, seriously ill, you know, people forget about the partners, and it's a different sort of toughness, but it is tough on them. And just shout out to anyone who's a partner of someone who's chronically ill, seriously ill. Thank you for standing by us through the good times and the bad times. And, you know, Elliot said to me recently, he said, if you told me when we first got together that we'd be spending most of our relationship in hospital, that the last 18 months we've spent, wait a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We spent, actually, out of the last 18 months, we've spent at least 9 months in hospital over the last 18 months. And that is a lot. And Elliot said, if you told me that at the beginning, I probably wouldn't have stayed. I would have thought, I can't do that. But then he said, I learned to love you, and I see beyond that. That's just part of you. Yeah, it's annoying, but then you learn to treasure the times at home on the sofa. You learn to make the most and get a little nice tablecloth out and pretend you're eating in a top 5-star restaurant, and actually it's the hospital canteen. And you treasure the little things. And again, he said, well, when we first got together, he said, I can't really appreciate the little things as much as you because you've faced life and death and I haven't. And now he's like, okay, I get it. And that in weird ways brought us closer because we value the small things, and we value each other, and we communicate about our needs, our feelings, our emotions. And if we can get through these tough times, I feel like we can get through anything. Shush, machine. Sorry, my machines are on a riot at the minute this week. I don't know what I'm really saying in this video. Just leave your comments below about your relationship, good or bad, or struggling or feeling alone. You're not going to be alone forever though, unless you want to be, but you're not going to be alone forever. If you're single and feeling like I'm not going to find my person, you will. Because if you follow me for a long time, you know that I've sat here and cried and said, I'm never going to find anybody. I've been in toxic relationships, emotionally abusive relationships, and other things I don't want to go into, really, really difficult times. I've been hurt in a multitude of ways. Gosh, sorry. I thought I'm never going to find someone who's going to love me and accept me for all of me. But I did. Sorry. It's because I know how it feels to be that person thinking, I'm never going to find anybody, no one's going to love me, see beyond my disability and illness. And Elliot said one of the first things he loved about me was that whenever I go into a shop or a supermarket or anywhere, a shop, a supermarket, the hairdressers, like, you know, the pizza delivery place, like, I would always chat to people, which is true because I talk to anybody. Even at the bus stop, he's like, you chat to people and people smile when you walk in a room or wheel in a room, and it's infectious. He's like, I normally wouldn't talk to anyone at the supermarket, just get the stuff, go, move on. But you make me want to talk to people. You make me smile when you're chatting to them. Like, everyone smiles when you're around, and you just have this infectious personality. And the fact he saw that was just wonderful. As well as being like super good looking. No, I'm joking. As well as fancying each other, he saw that, and that's just one I didn't expect it from a man. I mean, like, you know, sometimes men, you know, just see the physical attributes and not the other ones. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And obviously it's important to fancy somebody's physical attributes, but there's more than that. Like Willaroo, we're more than just one thing. See, Willaroo is not just about disability, it's about lots of things. Anyway, sorry. I'm going through a process of ADHD diagnosis, which some people can say, it makes sense now, Ruth. It makes sense. Anyway, sorry. You see what I mean? To my relationships, and just that you are lovable, you are worthy, and it's not easy for relationships. I'm seeing Elliot this weekend, it'll be lovely, but I'm also likely to have surgery this weekend, so I'll probably be in loads of pain and agony and not want to be touched, and might be quite moody and all over the place with emotions and moods, and yeah. But I remember he also said, I'll leave it at last thing, is that he also said, Ruth, I want to see you post-surgery. Earlier when we first met, he said, one day I'm going to be taking over that. I don't want your parents to have to be there 24/7, and I want to be the husband by your side, like, there when you wake up, because one day I want to take over that role and be that person, and your mum and dad can have a break, and they'll be there obviously, but they know they can let go a little bit because I'm there. Obviously he's not a husband, like maybe one day, who knows. Anyway, not yet, we're not ready yet, no. But yeah, that meant a lot. Elliot, I love you, and Danny, your Tom loves you too, and it's tough for them, and it's okay to want them to go and do things but also miss them at the same time. You're allowed to feel both emotions, as I always say to all of you guys. So I'm struggling with it, and I know you are too, Danny, so I wanted to send love to you and anyone in relationships battling on this, but also anyone who's single, to say you are worthy and the right person is out there. Okay, any dating questions, let me know and I'll answer with Elliot. I'm with him this weekend as well, so we'll answer any questions if we can, if I'm not too high from surgery, if I get it. I don't know, surgery's, yeah, it could be happening tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I don't know. It's very, I've got to wait for some scans and things. It gets more complicated than it is normally. Anyway, we're still alive, still fighting. And anyway, this is the ramble on. You listen to all this, then wow, you are part of the Rue crew. Hashtag Rue and Elliot. I love you all. And always thank you for watching my videos. It really means a lot to me, it does. I love our little community. It may not be thousands or millions, but it's our little community and I love it and I value you all. Mwah.